Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM radio since 1977. And by Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
Thanks for cruising along with Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, diesel engines for a long time were known as utilitarian devices or something for good fuel mileage, but not anymore. Diesel engines are all about performance, and when you're talking about diesel performance, especially in trucks like this, we're talking about MB Diesel, your one-stop shop for all things diesel performance. Now here, McCoy, you brought a cool array of parts here. Tell me about your catalog at MB Diesel and what you guys offer.
So we range everything from your stock repair stuff all the way up to your high horsepower performance builds. It really depends on what your goal is, and that is going to depend on which way we send you as a customer.
Now, what's the process like if somebody is building a truck? Do they call you?
Certainly. So email, call in. We will discuss what you're planning on doing with the truck, the vehicle. We do everything from your tow builds all the way up to your high horsepower performance stuff. Most of what we like to do is more in the repair side of things, as far as just your stock rebuilds go, in and out. But we will gladly, depending on what your focus is and what you want to do with the truck, build anything and everything.
And you can't do what you do without quality parts. How important is that for you to offer the best stuff out there?
Correct, very, very much so. We have been tremendously blessed throughout the years with the people that have gotten behind us as far as industrial injection, Keaton Machine, D&J Precision Machine, all those guys that have helped us out with not only parts, but just being able to ask questions too as well. It speaks volumes for itself. It's quality parts go a long ways, and very strict on what we use.
And here's a sampling of some of the parts you do use. Now tell me about here, this front cover.
Yes, sir. So back to Keaton Machine, we get a lot of our billet accessories from Shelly Keaton. Billet front cover here, you've got your billet tappet cover. These are mainly for cleaning up your engine bay. They're not going to add any kind of power or strength type necessity to it, but it's going to look good under the hood.
Good deal is looking good,
absolutely,
right?
That's 90% of the battle, is looking
sure.
the part. Outside of that, you get more into your hard parts, which are going to make a difference in the engine. Back to depending on what you're going to do with the truck is going to depend on whether you get a stock rod or whether you get a billet rod. We offer anything from stock rods all the way up to billet Carrillos, Waggler, Street Fighter, stuff of that nature. We sell them all. ARP head studs, back to towing versus street setups and racing setups and stuff of that nature. Several different grades of studs, cams, pistons here. You've got, depending on what size cam you run, is going to depend on what we do to your piston setup. You've got a stock piston compared to a steel monotherm piston. One is not going to take nitrous nearly as good as the other. So back to goals, what you're going to do with the vehicle is going to depend on what we recommend.
And no matter what people want to do, you've got them covered parts-wise. A lot of other folks sell parts.
Yep.
And sell good parts.
Yes, sir.
So what about MB Diesel sets you apart from some of the others that are out there?
Our service. We try to be there for the customer, do everything that we can do. Our main objective throughout the day is how can we keep the customer happy. Takes a toll on us, but we're there for that person.
The owner of this very truck loves the service at MB Diesel, says you can't do without it.
I can call McCoy anytime if I need parts or any type of service, and he gets right back to me and can get anything that I need. Quality parts and good service. Compared to other companies, there is no comparison. They're definitely top tier performance and service.
On the weekends, you can find Austin behind the wheel of this great-looking Dodge truck, and it's a build by you guys at MB Diesel. Andrew, tell me about the power plant here.
Okay. It's a 6.7 Cummins diesel. It's been sleeve blocked down to a 40 over 5.9. As far as fuel, we're using DDP for our fuel. For air, we're using a stainless diesel 485 Godfather turbocharger. It's got external turbo smart wastegates. It makes roughly 1,300 or so on fuel, and you know, we compensate a lot more power with nitrous to the upper ends of 1,800.
1,800 horsepower out of this.
Yes.
And you're doing it reliably. You can.
Yep, reliably. Yep, our main goal is to keep drive pressure down, keep drive pressure and boost 1-to-1 to keep everything healthy and happy. And like I said, it can be pushed up to the upper ends of 1,800.
Wow, these guys are doing it reliably. They're doing it without blowing up every weekend. Austin loves it. You're going to love it too. Check them out at mbdieselperformance.com, and you can have a truck like this. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coating, so do not go anywhere. We'll be back. Hope you are too.